Welcome to the Sikkim 365 Baylor Basketball Postgame Show. Here's your host, Ashley Hodge.
This is Ashley Hodge coming to you after Baylor's heartbreaking 82-76 loss to Houston. Man, that was a tough one. You love the fight in the second half. I mean, that was tremendous. After getting down 16, I believe, I think it was 41-25 at halftime. They came out in the second half and really showed a lot of grit, scored 44 points in the last 20 minutes. That's terrific. Yves Missy has a chance to put the game away with the free throw, misses the free throw. Jamal Shed, another buzzer beater possibility, but it's after the shot clock, or after the clock had expired. He still had it in his hand. So you think, all right, the Bears are going to have a good shot at overtime. I think they scored first in overtime, but just couldn't get it done. Too many mistakes, too many turnovers. Really inspired effort on the glass. I mean, you got 37-29 on the rebounding. If you told me that stat alone, you said, hey, Baylor's at home, and they out-rebound Houston 37-29, I would tell you that the Bears probably won by 12, 14 points. But no, they turned it over 19 times, kind of similar to what happened in the Kansas game. I think they had 11 at half and ended up with 19 through the overtime session. Houston only turns it over 8 times. Jamal Shed was terrific, protecting the ball, 10 assists, 2 turnovers, probably the best guard in the nation. Didn't really have the best offensive game. He only scored 12 points, put up 12 shots, 1 for 5 from 3. LJ was okay. You know, he made his free throws, kind of a non-factor, made a couple threes, open threes. Manuel Sharp was the guy I thought for Houston, Walker. You know, he had that, it was like a 12-0 run in the second half, and then he made that ridiculous fadeaway 3 at the end of the shot clock, and then he made a really tough 2-point shot that was well defended. And that little 5-point spurt I thought was a factor in what the outcome ended up being. And then the other comment I would make is just Juwan Roberts and Javier Francis. They really controlled the paint. Yves Missy had a tough game. 33 minutes, only 2 points. That was the point. It was the basket that helped put it into overtime for the Bears. But he turned it over 4 times, only 5 rebounds on the night. Josh, 4 rebounds, only 9 minutes. So the Bears really went with their starters most of the game, didn't play their bench much at all. They missed Langston Love. I think with Langston Love, they win that game. With a better first half, they win that game. You know, I think obviously getting down 6-16 to a national championship caliber team, you can't do that. So a lot to be, optimistic about for the future. You know, Baylor's getting a lot of these close games, and it's going to be teachable moments. You want to get these lessons now rather than in March. So hopefully this will pay dividends when they get to March in the tournaments. But you hate to lose another game at Foster. Great atmosphere. What did the atmosphere seem like on television, Walker?
I mean, I don't know. It's just the same every game.
Yeah.
I mean, you just see everyone getting so crazy.
Right.
I mean, so mad at just calls that. I mean, even though I thought it was very fairly officiated game.
Yeah, I thought the LJ Crier trip in a couple times, kind of some acting there. That's part of being a college basketball player these days. You got to be a good actor. You got to like trip yourself on your own feet and fall down and really do a good job selling the calls to the refs. But you're right. I mean, you know, Sermons, one of the top refs in the game. James Breeding considered a good ref. Brooks Wells considered a good ref. So good crew. But just you can't get down 16. You got to do a better job composure wise. You got to take care of the basketball, which we've done the last 2 games, but that reared its ugly head again. Or the last 3 games. I guess Oklahoma, West Virginia, we did a terrific job. Maybe we turned it over some against BYU. I'd have to go look. Anyway, 2 losses in a row. We got TCU Monday night, got a rebound. Last 4 games are all winnable. They're all losable too. I mean, these are going to be coin flip games. You look at TCU, and it's Ken Palm's got it 78-77 TCU. You got 76-72 prediction at home. Baylor win against Kansas. You got a 78-72 win against Texas prediction and a 76-75 loss prediction at Texas Tech. So coin flip games. You're 8-6 in the league. You'd love to be 12-6. Love to be going into the Big 12 tournament with a 4-game winning streak. So I think we got the team to do it. We just got to see second half Baylor and not first half Baylor. That was, three quarters of, or three halves of bad basketball, the BYU game, and then this game against Houston the first half. But anyway, we will go onward and upward. We got Jaden Nunn coming in here. He should be here soon. It's the call-in show. Call-in shows are better with calls. We got any calls waiting? Not yet. Let's look at what the action is around the Big 12. First of all, 254-339-1122 is the call-in number. So if you're listening to this, give me a call. Would love to hear your comments. This is from Kyle. She sent me a text. It says, what an incredible game. First half, Scott Drew, and the second half. Oh, so first, Scott Drew in the second half. What an effort by Bridges and Jacoby. Jacoby special. No Langston. We still had the game won. Officiating ? Missy just young. And I love this team. I like our chances. I'm gonna answer this. This is Jaden Nunn real quick. Walker, talk for a second.
All right. I'll pick up on something that Ashley said earlier, that BYU had we only had 9 turnovers against BYU. So you take that and then you compare it to what we are now, where we have 19 turnovers and 27 turnovers against Kansas. I mean, that 3-game stretch in the middle of those 2 games is a big difference to what we could be now, and a big difference to what we were just in that 3-game stretch. So these next 4 games could be huge if we can keep our turnovers just at a consistent rate.
Put you on the spot there. You did great.
I got it. Barely.
All right, Jaden Nunn's coming in. He was a little confused of where the exact location was. Missy just young. Kyle said, "I love this team. I like our chances." I would agree with that. I think we showed a lot of grit. We showed a lot of toughness. So that's encouraging. We got some questions in the chat here. 254-339-1122 is the call-in number. Yeah, Baylor baller. How do we make second half Baylor be all game Baylor? Obviously, you'd love to bottle that for sure. That was a great comeback, great atmosphere. The place was rocking. Man, that gym is amazing when we go on runs, no doubt about it. Let's see. There's some other questions in the. One of the questions was how did you hold Cryer to 0 points? We wish that happened. He wasn't much of a factor. I mean, obviously got to the free throw line, made all 6 of his free throws. But, he was well below his average. I thought we did a good job on him overall. The zone was really good in the second half. They were pretty tentative against it. In the first half, not so much. Here's Jaden Nunn. Jaden, how you doing? Come on in. Grab the headset. Talk as close to the microphone as possible. Hopefully we'll have some calls here to talk about, but I'll ask you questions if not. First of all, go ahead and put the headset on. Okay. I saw you holding your shoulder a little bit. Everything okay there?
Yeah, I just pulled something on my shoulder just a little bit. It ain't nothing crazy.
Okay.
I should be all right.
Yeah.
I got checked by the doctor after the game.
Okay. Feels okay?
Yeah, he said nothing wrong with it.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. All right, yeah, talk as close to the microphone as possible.
Okay.
254-339-1122. Any calls yet, Walker? All right. Hopefully we'll get some calls. It's always less calls after a loss.
Yeah.
Hey, man, first of all, great effort. I think you showed a lot of poise. I mean, a lot of teams. That's a national championship caliber team you're playing. They're tough. I mean, they're grown men. I mean, you showed a lot of grit. Coming back, making it a great game. Obviously, had a chance to win the game. Who knows? If even if he makes that free throw, they get probably 2 more seconds to get a shot off. So who knows how that plays out? But you would love to find out. Yeah. Tough loss, but big perspective. You like to learn these lessons now rather than in March. And, I just think, what did Coach say to you after the game?
Coach said, he said he could sleep tonight, with this loss. He said we played hard. We showed signs of, toughness. Or he played hard, throughout the whole game. So he was proud of us of how we competed. Right. And our effort was good after a tough loss at BYU. I feel like we showed toughness and grit and effort. And I feel like we grew today. Even though we lost, I feel like we grew as a team. And we showed that we're capable of being a championship caliber team. Yeah, I agree. And, the big stat to me was the rebounding. I mean, I was talking before the game, or before you came, 37-29 on the glass, I think was what the final rebounding stats were. We won. Baylor was, we had 37 rebounds. They had 29. If you told me that stat and I didn't know anything else, I would have thought, hey, we probably won by 12, But, I mean, we turned it over. Kind of the turnover issues we had against. How many turnovers we had?
19.
I feel like it was just – I feel like we dug a hole too deep in the first half.
Right.
I feel like we would have played.
Had 11 turnovers at the first half. Yeah.
I feel like if we played how we did second half, I feel like we would have been straight.
Yeah, I agree with that. Call in. Call-in shows are better with calls. Jaden Nunn's here. We do have questions in the chat for Jayden, so I'm going to ask you those. 254-339-1122. All right, let me go through these questions that I got in the chat, Jayden. All right, this is, as players, do you like it when the home crowd is loud on offense, or do you prefer for it to be quiet on offense and loud on defense? That's a good question. Does it matter?
I feel for to be quiet on offense and loud on defense.
Yeah.
But when we score, it get loud.
Yeah.
I like the crowd, though. The crowd been doing a great job. So
Yeah, it was rocking.
Yeah,
I mean, that
I
second
couldn't even
half,
hear
that
it
place
on
was
defense.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. The zone, all right, what adjustments did you make? It seemed like the zone in the first half.
it was different from the zone. To
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Like, what did we do differently?
We seen how they was trying to do two bigs in the high post and in the middle. So Coach AB showed us film. You know, I appreciate our assistant coaches. You know, it's very different from VCU. We have film in the game. We look at film in the game and we try to adjust to what the other team is doing.
Right.
So we made the guard at the high stay low and in the middle, and then one of the wings pick up and take one of the guards high if nobody in the short corner or nobody in the corner. So we don't got to bump them. So that was like a matchup zone.
Right.
So they really don't got nowhere to pass to. That's why they was taking like a lot of last second shots, or they have to drive us off the seam. And when they try to drive us, just treat it like a man-to-man. Don't let them try to get around you. Make it tough shot.
No, the defense was a lot better in the second half. Obviously, big reason why we were able to be there for a chance to win. The offense showed up like 44 points the last 20 minutes. That's terrific.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that was good. And, we're capable. You score 44 points on that team, as good as, sound as they are defensively, then that shows you can do that against anybody in a half. I think, let me go through some other questions here. Why did you choose Baylor? I've interviewed you and asked you this question before. And has Baylor been what you thought it would be?
I really chose Baylor because, I feel like it was just because I don't make decisions on my own. It really talk to my family and the people around me in my circle. But I feel like prayer helps a lot. So when I prayed and stuff, and I went on my visits, I went to other schools and visited. Just feel like Baylor was, who God called me to be here. Like, why would He just call me to be a Christian school? I also went to a Christian school, in high school.
Okay.
So I feel like I just do good, staying connected with God and just keeping Him first. I feel like I couldn't turn the decision down. So, and I feel like Baylor has turned out what I thought it would be. It's a very good team. So I feel great about it. I feel great about my decision. I feel like God brought me here to help me with my faith. The coach has been helping me, grow my faith in God as well. So helping me I got baptized this year too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So it was a really good decision for me.
Yeah, and you're showing some point guard skills. Like you've kind of played the off guard in college. I don't know about high school. Did you play point guard in high school?
I played both.
You played both.
Ball,
okay.
And on ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I would assume they're grooming you for that position next year. That's going to be kind of the focus that you would be more of the ball dominant guy. You and Rob Wright and Miro. Hopefully, who knows how the roster shakes out, but that that's going to be a big part of next year's team. I've heard this story that when you came on your visit, you went to Texas right after the visit here. I've heard there were people waiting at the airport for you when you got back home. Is that a true story? Or are your parents? Can you talk about that?
After the Texas visit?
Yeah.
You got good insight. I don't know how you know about that.
Tell me that story. Yeah.
Okay. So the coaches they didn't know I was going on a Texas visit. So Texas came and picked me up from Baylor after my visit was over. So I greeted the coaches.
So you're on Baylor's dime, and Texas is like, "Hey, slide on down to Austin."
Texas had called me a chauffeur to Baylor to the hotel. So the coaches, greet me outside while the chauffeur pulling up.
Yeah,
we talking stuff. So then I go on my Texas visit. It was a good visit. I appreciate the coach staff at Texas. And right after the visit, I'm just clueless. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. They both good schools. Then right after, coaches called me at Baylor. While I'm on a plane, about to go home. Yeah. Coaches called me Coach Drew want to go see your mom because my mom wasn't able to come on the visit because she had to get surgery. She Coach Drew want to fly to Flint to see her mom. Yeah. And we want to fly to Virginia. I was at Richmond. I was in VCU to see you. Today? Yes. I'm like, oh yeah, come on now, I can't turn it. Like they want me bad, so
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta go there. So after they did it, I committed soon. Like when they came to the crib and stuff, when I was at VCU, and then Coach Drew and then was in Flint.
Yeah.
FaceTime Coach Drew and I'm with Coach Jacobs and Coach New. Like yeah, I'm gonna commit.
Yeah.
Like I want to go to Baylor. They was all happy and stuff. So
It's a great story.
It
It shows why.
I never had a coach in my entire history of getting recruited fly to Flint. You know, Flint is a very, like everybody know about Flint is a very dangerous place. So I'm really like that showed Coach a lot of heart how bad he wanted me. So I really appreciate him for that. I look at him differently. Like he's a great coach.
Oh yeah. We got a call, Walker.
Yeah, we have a call. This is from Plano, Texas.
Welcome to the postgame call-in show. Ashley Hodge, Jaden Nunn.
Ashley?
Yes.
Hey, it's Kurt Plumer.
Hey.
And you guys may have talked about this while I was dialing in, but how much of the second half improvement was, scheme change or, adjustments that were made by the staff, and how much was just effort getting used to the physicality of Houston?
I feel like it was a mixture of both. We obviously had to adjust how they were playing, against our zone. And then the other half was effort, on the glass and, just getting those 50-50 balls. So I feel like it was a mixture of both. And we showed great toughness and effort, towards the end in the second half. I'm proud of the way we competed, and I feel like we grow. Even though we lost, I feel like we grow for sure.
Yeah, that's good.
Specifically on defense, we were doing the 1-3-1, and they were killing us with the two bigs down low. What change did you guys do in the second half there? Was it just dropping somebody down, or Roberts was just destroying us with that little push shot?
He was destroying us. So in the first half, I feel like he did a good job. And then the second half, we adjusted to it. We kept one of the guards that was supposed to, guard one of their guards at the top. There wasn't nobody in the corner. There wasn't no reason to bump the wing down. So we left the wing on the guard, and we let the guard stay in the high post in the middle so they couldn't get the pass off to Rob, and made it more difficult in the zone. So it was like more of a matchup zone. Like even though we guarding the ball, so it was like more of a matchup, so they ain't had nowhere to pass to and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it definitely worked a lot better.
Yeah, held them to 28 points in the second half. That was good. We scored 44. Obviously.
How much we win the second half by?
16, because we were down 16 at half.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, big deficit. You played really well. Jacoby played well. Jalen had a great game. Ray J did some great things. 8 turnovers. You like to see that be better, but I mean, he's handling the ball a bunch. Gritty effort, and got to get ready for TCU Monday. Return the favor. We lost a close one to them. We'd love to do the same at their place.
Facts. Got to move on to the next one.
That's right.
We have one more call. This is Billy Bob Joe Jack. He's back.
Billy Bob.
All right. What's up, Billy Bob Joe Jack?
Well, hello, Ashley. You can call me Cletus. That's what my friends call me. Thank you for taking my call. Jayden, I just want to say, really, really proud of the effort of the team today. Y'all really came out on fire in the second half, and no quit in this team, and that makes me very proud to be a Bear and to have you representing us. It was nice seeing Jacoby get his shot back. He was nails. You've been on fire lately.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you've been tougher than a boar hog in heat. And
Did you work on that one all day?
excuse me. And so I just wanted to say that just real proud, and I look at this as a growth game, and I think y'all will learn and improve a lot from it. So really, kind of my question is, what is your favorite thing about Baylor, and why is it the girls? And what is your favorite thing about Waco, and why would that be Scruffy Murphy's?
Okay. Favorite thing about Baylor. My favorite thing about Baylor is, I feel like I just grown as more of a mature. Besides basketball, they helped me be a better basketball player. I'm thankful for the players and the coaches. Every time I see one of my teammates in the gym, that just motivates me to get in the gym more. Or I come in the gym, I'm about to work out, and I see somebody working out before me, I really appreciate the players, just for getting in the gym, and I feel like that has pushed me to be a better player as well. And the coaches, and the players and everybody just on the Baylor coaching staff just helping me with my faith in God, pushing me to be more of a man and more mature as a man. So I feel like I have grown, in both characteristics. And my favorite thing about Waco is just it's quiet, I like it like that. It's more like home, not too much going on, so I just like it like that, it just be chilling and stuff like that. I don't like all the partying and stuff like that, like just being chill and kicking it at the crib and going to the gym,
All right, who's the hardest worker on the team? Give some guys some props.
I'm not gonna lie, cause we all get in the gym, but like hardest, John.
Yeah.
Chacho.
Yeah.
He be crazy.
So even though he's not playing,
if y'all was there every day in practice, you'll see how he even have great practices.
Yeah.
Great practices, but you got to see how he work out so much. Like he work out like crazy. He, in the weight room, he is strong. He's like a brick wall. You can't move him. Right. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a shame the injury because he was going to have a great season.
Great. It was crazy as I was just watching. Last night I watched the whole game of the 2021.
The Houston game?
Yeah, I watched the whole game. John was crazy.
Yeah.
It was great.
One of my memories about that game, I was in Indianapolis, and I remember, our guys came out and they were just horsing around through the media. There's a session where you practice in front of fans.
Oh yeah.
And so we're just like, Matt Myers throwing up like 35-foot bank shots, and Davion and Jared Butler, they're just not acting serious, just horsing around. Mm-hmm. Houston comes out, they do rebounding drills. Like they're doing box out rebounding drills.
Like
and
for real.
Yeah, they look like they were ready, for war. And I was like, ooh. And then we come out and we're 45-20 at half. Yeah.
20 and 25.
Yeah. So it just showed me that what matters, it's
just gotta have fun with it. They was having fun.
Yeah, they were, and they they couldn't shoot very well that year. I mean, they got some better shooters. Manuel Sharp, man, those 5 points he scored where he had the fadeaway, and then he had the runner, on the baseline, or not runner, but float shot, which was well defended. I mean, those were tough because both of those should have been misses, and maybe the game turns out different if they did. But hey, kudos to him. He made those shots.
The guy just said he's supposed to make it, so living with the results. It was great defense. Guy just said that shot supposed to fly.
Exactly. Walker, we got any more calls? No more calls right now? All right, there's a couple more questions. This is from Firm Bear. Well, you've really stepped up your play the last 4 or 5 games. Do you credit that to anything? I did see Jaden Nunn early in the game. You were coming towards the bench, and he's giving you the motion, let it go. Is it just a confidence thing, or your coaches, are they saying, hey man, we want you taking these shots, or what's,
it's a confidence thing, because you gotta have it in yourself, and that starts just with faith and not having fear, just not having a fear to mess up, just living with the results, whatever happens.
Right.
So, but I feel like the coaches have done a great job at putting confidence in me. Coach Drew, me and him that had talks after talks. Coach New, just being confident, in everything I do on the offensive end and on the defensive end as well. So I feel like the coaches have done a great job, and I feel like that just helped me just be more confident, just seeing, shots fall and getting steals on the other end and stuff like that. It just, every time they tell me and it worked, confidence just builds more and more. So
yeah. Follow-up question is, what does this team need to do to take it to the next level? It's probably a game-by-game thing. I think we got out-rebounded against BYU. And turnovers today. If we clean that up, if we're under 10, we probably win pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Is it just as simple as that? Just have to be we got things we're still refining, and we just have to put it all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just talk about in practice and before the game, we talk about the 3 keys, which is 39% or less field goal, more defensive and offensive rebounds, and 11 or less turnovers. If we get 2 of those keys, we're going to win. If you get all 3, you automatically going to win.
Right.
If you get 1 of those keys or 2 of those keys, you have a better chance of winning, which is like today,
Okay, say that again. All right, so 39% on field goal defense. I think we were there. I'm about to look.
They have 58. I know they shot 33 in the second half. So.
They shot 48% for the game.
40, for the game.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so that we missed on that. What was the second key?
more defense and offensive rebounds. So we out rebounded.
Yeah, we out rebounded them.
But we just didn't get 11 or less turnovers.
Right. And then the third key was
the 11 or less turnovers.
Oh, 11 or less turnovers. Yeah, so we were way over that. Yeah.
Yep. So we had one key. That's why we were so close. So when you get 2 of those, we got an 80, more of a
80% chance of winning.
Like an 80% chance of winning. If you get 3 of those keys, you automatically win.
Yeah.
They only lost. I heard they only lost one time. The whole time they've been coaching, they only lost one time when they had 3 keys.
Huh. And what happened? Just like
it was like overtime loss. So it was very close.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. That's good. All right, we got a couple more questions here in the chat. And if any last second calls, 254-339-1122 is the number. All right, just
actually, we got a call.
We got a call. Let's roll.
This is a caller from Grand Prairie, Texas.
Welcome to the post-game calling show. Ashley Hodge and Jaden Nunn.
Hey, Ashley, this is Hobbs.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on? Thanks for calling.
Hey, I was a little worried about you in the first half. Not going to lie, watching you on the sideline there, you were not doing well. But in fact, that guy Kurt that called earlier, he was wanting to leave at halftime. I had to convince him to stay. So
man, gotta have some faith. Yeah.
No, but I'm just proud of you guys, Jayden. It was a gutty performance. They heard the adjustments you guys made, but the energy left. You could definitely tell. I just had a question about playing in the Foster now. Are you guys getting used to shooting in there after switching mid-season?
Yeah, we practice a lot in there. We have a lot of shoot-arounds in there. They allow us to work out in there, before the games, at any time, So I feel like that has helped a lot, just getting used to the arena and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then other question I had was, have you ever seen anybody as clumsy as LJ tripping on his feet?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I never seen. I thought he tripped on his feet too, but the ref saw something different. So, just gotta live with the results.
Yeah.
I think one of the great skills in basketball today is to be a great actor. You get older, you have to. But they were giving you that. You got hammered on a couple drives to the hoop, and they didn't give it to you. So, cool, yeah, I don't know, a little inconsistency with the officiating, but overall, I think it was pretty fairly officiated.
Solid.
Thank you. Appreciate the call, Hubs. Well, appreciate you coming in, Jaden. I know it's had Ray J in here after a loss, and it's always better to come in after a win. But we're playing probably the number one team in the nation come Monday, and we gave them a good fight, and I think if we get them, in the tournament, Big 12 tournament or the NCAA tournament, I feel good about our chances to beat them, and good effort today. Yeah. Let's get TCU, and then let's get a great crowd for Kansas and Texas, closes Foster out in style. Thanks. And then, of course, we got the last one at Texas Tech. These are all winnable games. I think we can go on a 4-game winning streak here, get some momentum going into the postseason.
Tournament, yeah.
Yep. You've been listening to a Sick'em 365 post-game call-in show. Ashley Hodge, Jaden Nunn, Sick'em Bears.
Thank you.